That is not my name, father. I am the Night Haunter, and I know full well what you intend for me. No, my son, said the Emperor softly, you do not. The Emperor waved his arm, and the city of Nostromo became frozen in time, and the Emperor and the Night Haunter were left alone in the city square, as everything else around them froze into a perfect stillness. The Emperor spoke again softly. No, my son, you do not know what I intend for you, because you have only been shown the darkness within yourself. I look at you, my son, and I see the visions that have haunted your mind, and I apologize that I was not there to aid you. I apologize that when you were born you were taken from me, and that I was unable to give you the teaching and the understanding that you clearly need. The Night Haunter snarled. I understand everything already. I understand what I see. I know what will happen here. Do you, my son? Then what do you see? The Night Haunter leered over and glared at his four brothers. I see him, pointing to the glittering golden giant. I see him torn apart by knives and hacked to pieces, unloved and unremembered. I see him, his head removed and bleeding on the ground, pointing to the silver-armoured giant. I see him, little more than a monster, an abomination, pointing to the purple, white-haired giant. And I see him, pointing to the sullen, grey-armoured warrior in the end. I see him in triumphant vindication for the evils he commits. The Emperor sighed. I see, my son. You truly see the worst in people. But that is not what the future is. The future is not fixed as you think it is. That is only one of the futures available. That is only the darkest future that you see. Let me again show you what it could be. The Night Haunter snarled in protest, but the Emperor waved his arm again. Now again, my son, look back at your brothers. He saw the first, the golden-armoured warrior, standing over a construction table, supervising the grand construction of a beautiful palace, his face filled with peace and serenity as he revelled and marvelled in what he was building. To the second giant, he saw him in discussion with the third, the two of them playing regicide across a board, wearing simple tunics and robes. They were laughing and revelling in each other's company in a world of peace. And the silver arms of the black-armoured giant were gone, replaced with flesh, as they were always once been. He looked over and saw the last of the giants. The grey-armoured warrior was proceeding over a city of peace and of love and serenity. He was revelling in what he had done, and he was enjoying all the life that he could bring. Again, the visions faded, and the Emperor looked back to his son. Do you see? The future is not fixed. We choose our own future. The darkness you have seen is a possibility. I will not deny that. But it is just a possibility. The future I have shown you is equally as possible, my son. Nothing is fixed. No, no, snarled the Night Haunter. It is all fixed, everything as I have seen it. You cannot change the future. You cannot. I will not accept that. You need to accept it, my son, for what I speak is truth. The future can be changed. The future is not fixed. If you let me, my son, I can help you understand the difference. I can help you to see the greater paths. I can aid you in seeing the brighter future, not the darkness that you see now. No, no. The Emperor looked again at his son with soft sadness. I see now the rift in your mind, my son, and I see now that the darkness has not just enslaved your psychic powers, it has enslaved your spirit. If you allow me, I can fix it for you if you like. No, I am the Night Haunter. This is all I am. This is all I will be. The Emperor grunted in annoyance and waved his arm again, pushing his power into the Night Haunter's mind. The Night Haunter felt his psyche rip back into his mind, rip back into the darkest corners of his brain. He felt his consciousness be blocked by wards upon wards of psychic power, until the Night Haunter was trapped in the darkest corners, raging against the night. And then, standing up after the psychic assault on his mind, was not the Night Haunter, but Konrad Curze, the regal but fragile Primarch that the Emperor had always known him to truly be. "Father?" said Konrad Curze. "Yes, my son, it is me. I am sorry for what has happened to you, and I am sorry for the break in your mind. Your other personality I have sealed away in your subconscious, and in time, if you let me, I will teach you how to eradicate it completely. It has fed you lies too long, my son, and it has allowed you to only see the darkest side of yourselves and the darkest side of this world. If you will help me, my son, I can allow you, and you alone, my son, to keep control of your mind, so that the Night Haunter will never again control your destiny." Konrad Curze marveled at his father's ability, but doubt still remained. The lies that the Night Haunter had told him still stung in his mind, and even now he could feel the Night Haunter ripping at the wards and the chains of its mental prison inside his brain. "Father, I do not know if I am strong enough to fight it. You've seen into my mind. You know what I've had to endure since I came here, crawling my way up from the rock alone, fighting just to survive, fighting to tame a world where everything and everyone was against me, a world where I could see the very darkest of humanity, in a world that I do not think anyone but the Night Haunter could hope to tame." "Is that so, my son? I am very sorry that you believe that, but it is wrong. That is just another lie that the darkness has fed you. You do not need to rule this world through fear. I look at this world, I see people living in fear of the darkness, of what it is, of what it does. But take away that fear, and what does that leave them? These people are not loyal. Their hearts are not kind because they are compelled to. They are not noble because they see the nobility and strive to emulate it. They are fearful because that is all they are and all they will be, my son. But it is not too late. Fear may have cowed the populace, but fear alone will never truly gain their hearts or minds. You need to strive to do more, my son. You need to rise up and unite this world as a world of peace and justice, to find the balance between the justice that he dove out and the justice of true law and order. Let me help you with that, my son. Let me help you." Konrad Curze was still fearful and still doubtful in his expression. I do not believe that could happen. Look at this world. They've had every opportunity, and yet they always go back to their baser instincts. They always go back to darkness. That is because darkness is all they know, my son. Teach them a better way, and they will rise up to meet it. Humanity only lowers itself down to what we expect of them. If we expect greater things from the people, then the people will rise up to greater things. But if we do not expect anything of them, then they will lower themselves down to meet our expectations. I do not know, Father. The visions, what they show me, I cannot see any other way than the way that he has done for this world. You are confused, my son, and I will help you if I can. You are not alone in this. Do you know that your brother Sanguinius also shares these visions? Curze looked into the face of his father for the first time, and spoke with interest. One of my brothers also shares this? One of my brothers understands? I understand, my son. I have always understood. But yes, the angel shares visions such as yours. I'm sure if you spoke with him, you would understand and see that the visions that you see are not fixed, that there are many different versions of the future, and our visions of it are only a possibility that is as equal as any other possibility. It is our actions and our actions alone that determine what future we will bring. My son, I know you are confused, and I know that everything that has happened to you has made you wounded and afraid. But my son, I swear to aid you in any way I can, to heal your body, your mind, and your spirit. Come with me and let me aid you. Let me show you what I am building. Let me show you what we can bring. Speak with your brothers. Speak with me and understand what we can do together. I am asking you, my son, to help me. And in turn, my son, I will help you. I will help you destroy the darkness in your mind, and I will help you to see a better path and a better way. Will you stand with me, my son? Will you let me help you? The emperor waved his arm again, and time returned to Nostromo. Curze looked up into the eyes of his father and said, Yes, I will.